Hey people! Welcome to my channel. If it's the first video that you see from my channel, I'm Badispanya, a 29-year-old expat living in the Netherlands. It's been 1 year that I've been living in the Netherlands peacefully and happily. I'm producing content from my daily life as an expat, my observations regarding Dutch culture and life in the Netherlands. So this one is one of them because today I will be talking about the things that Dutch are really bad at. Right before this one, I created the things that Dutch are great at. For example, if you want to get the perspective of pluses and minuses of Dutch people, you may go check out that one as well. Let's come to our topic today. These were hard to find because Netherlands is a great country and Dutch people are really great. But still, I could find some things considering my observations and experiences for the past year here. So the first bad side of Dutch people is their can't do attitude. You didn't hear me wrong. I say it like that. Can't do attitude. Dutch people has this perfectly planning mindset and they are really so good at it. They organize everything. They have a balance between their work and their life experiences. They plan everything perfectly in their social life, career, educational life, and everything. That's why they are already super booked. When you bring to their plate something extra, the first reaction that you hear from them is, I can't do that, sorry. But actually, they might create some changes or they might get this plan here and they might create some time there and then they can still do it. But yeah, Dutch people mindset does not work like that. So they just approach you negatively at the beginning and you need to convince them that they are able to do that actually. They start negative. You need to bring them to positive side to take new actions that were not planned before actually. This is a bit difficult to deal with. Also can't do attitude in their expectations, let's say. They don't sometimes try to see if they can do or not. They just cut the topic sharply. They said that I can't do it. This also is a feature of my boyfriend that makes me For example, we go to a restaurant. Let's say it's an L-shaped restaurant like this. And we see this place is really full with people. They are eating, it's crowded inside. So he only looks at there and he says that, okay, there is no place, let's go out. But I'm like, why? We just haven't checked the other side first. Let's walk through, let's see if that place is also busy. And then we can say, okay, there is no place, we can go. They don't even bother to walk there to see if there is place or not. Some things about regulations, for example, they think that there is no room for flexibility. But sometimes when you ask things, when you request, you see that there is room for a bit of flexibility. They just assume that you can't do it in any condition. But actually, when you have a special case or when you have really strong excuse and when you go to responsible people and explain it, they understand you. But again, as I said, they just don't bother to ask. They directly approach issues as it's not possible. And it's sometimes really making me crazy because it really makes collaboration with Dutch people harder than it's supposed to be. Because when they approach everything negatively at the beginning, they set the biggest barrier by themselves to themselves. I proved this also to my boyfriend that if you try, if you give it a chance, you will see that it's much more easier and possible than you think actually. So rigid mindset, I think, is one of the negative sides of Dutch people that sometimes sucks my spirit from my body. The second thing that Dutch people are really bad at, thinking out of the box. They are not human, but they are just robots. I'm suspicious that someone coded Dutch people a few years ago. I don't know, with some kind of technology, they became robots and they are managed by artificial intelligence rather than human intelligence. They are too systematic and they are too robotic. They can't think out of the box. Let's say they need to build a wall. They start with this first rock and then they put the second one, the third one, the fourth one. And they always go up like this. But you know, there are some other ways in some situations, or there are workarounds, or there are shorter ways that you can do. Maybe you can build this first, and then you can build another one, and you can maybe connect them or something. I don't know where this example is going anymore, but I think you got my point that life is not that straight, it's not that systematic. So sometimes you need to think out of the box to solve some solutions. Otherwise, again, they go into I can't do this attitude. When you challenge the way that you do it, when you ask the question, how can I do it better? How can I do it differently? Actually, you see that there are other ways to solve that problem. But Dutch people are too systematic, and this again is a huge barrier of Dutch people that you need to crack over to have some progress with them. The third thing, they have so little tolerance for absurd behavior. Actually, they are respectful for differences, but when they bother them in a small amount, they just don't tolerate it. If you wanna wear something, you can wear whatever you want. They are respectful to it. You can even wear the weirdest thing on earth and you can walk through the street and no one say anything to you, because what you wear is not kinda disturbing them, right? But if you do an absurd behavior a bit involving in their space of freedom, then they call the police. For example, a few youngsters drink some beers and they are a bit louder, or they just decide to swim in the canal, which is not always advised. They just directly call police that, hey, there are a few youngsters here drinking beer and disturbing me with their high volume. And then police comes and takes them away. They don't say that, yeah, okay, they're just young people, probably half an hour they will be hanging here, and after that they will be just going to their ways, right? So just be patient, be tolerant, give some space people to do absurd behavior, I would say. But no, they directly call police, or they like strictly judge. They just look at you and say, or like weird looks they give to you. Actually, it puts a lot pressure to behave in their rule set, because if you don't do it, you will be put in jail maybe, who knows. It's interesting. They have so little tolerance for this absurd behavior, but they themselves is so loud in their reactions, which is always weird to me. Like when we are sitting in a restaurant or something, the lady next table is just laughing like this, oh ha 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 ha, and like, or she surprises something and she is giving big reactions like, oh ha ha ha, or something. And then everyone just looks at her and say like, okay, but she doesn't bother, you know, she just gives her reaction to whatever she is experiencing. When you give this kind of familiar big reactions or absurd behavior, they're kind of okay with that. But if you are a youngster, if you are from another culture, then they are a bit less tolerant, I observed. So I would say no space for any craziness. Do normal, they would say, which means do normal. It's just their culture. I don't think we can change it easily. But at least don't call the police, Jesus. It's not necessary. Fourth thing that Dutch people are really bad at: action taking. Dutch culture is really a debating culture. They like to discuss everything for long times with every detail. Time after time, they ask for each and every opinion and they try to create this consensus between them, which is great, right? I mean, I don't want to be misunderstood. I think it's a super behavior to live in the same society, but also take some action, people. They are discussing to, I don't know, build something new, for example. They seriously start from Adam and Eva. You know, there was Adam and Eva, and when they see this apple, you know, it was not allowed to eat, but they ate. Discussion starts from this point, and with every other opinion tries to come to a certain consensus. It's just so life draining that I wanna say sometimes, okay, just experiment something, just try something, just let's see it on the way. You don't have to plan everything, you don't have to discuss everything this much. We lose so much time in these discussions. Another negative side of Dutch people, they exaggerate everything. Seriously, every small thing. I can understand, they kinda live in this super systematic and peaceful country, and their problems are kinda white girls' problems comparing to other countries such as Turkey. But still, I mean, don't exaggerate small things this much. They sue everything, seriously. Like if you do, even if a little harm on them, if it's physically you're fucked, you will find yourself in court a few months later. They are exaggerating everything. Like a little traffic crash, she just touches the other car. Oh my god, watch out the drama. They are like, oh, I think my back hurt. I think I got some trauma from this car crash. Probably I need to go to some therapy. And additionally, I think I will go to physiotherapy because it's really so bad, and yeah, I think I will have some days off because yeah, physiotherapy and therapy together will be too much at the same time. Seriously, this is the journey of a simple car crash of a Dutch person. Or like, for example, when you are serving a salad or something, maybe you put inside the wrong spoon, not the, you know, salad spoon, but the wrong one, let's say. Everybody on the table is like, did you put the wrong spoon in the salad? Because it's kinda so off, you know. And then they start discussing what is correct salad spoon. No, you shouldn't have done that, you should have done this. Oh no, actually, you know what, it's not the real salad spoon. The real salad spoon is the one with the deeper root, you know. And I'm just getting lost in their discussions, and I'm like, okay, I think we all just want one thing, to put this fucking salad into our place, right? And if you want, you can do it even by your hand. Jesus, you don't have to discuss everything is getting cold, just start eating, do it somehow, I don't care. So yeah, they exaggerate every little mistake happened around them, or every little crash or accident that they did. Their life is so drama free, everything is going perfectly, economy is super well, so they need some drama, and I think they find it in this kind of exaggeration of small things. The sixth thing that Dutch people are really bad at is, as you may guess, spontaneity. They are so close to anything spontaneous, but sometimes, like, I miss to call a friend and say that, hey, I feel like to have a dessert. Do you have half an hour? Let's go meet at this cafe that we like the pancakes for. If you say this to a person, they would probably answer like, yeah, what about 10 days later, Tuesday at 3 p.m. So probably you might guess what I'm talking about. For any other spontaneous plan and like spontaneous events, or just, you know, going with the flow, they are so close to these things. They book their agenda weeks before, months before the real event, so they are already booked probably. I will need to get used to that. The seventh thing is cooking. I think people in the Netherlands think that cooking means boiling. They simply boil everything, like in their cuisine as well, in their whole history. They just boil everything without any oil, without any spices or something. Yeah, they just boil vegetables, they smash them. Ta-da! A Dutch meal. The eighth thing that Dutch people are really bad at is spending their money. They don't spend their money. They earn their money and they stock it in the bank. I think, I don't know if it's an officially correct information, but I read a few days ago that the Netherlands is the country with the biggest value of saved money in the banks. I don't know why, but they are so bad at casual spending, like they hold the money so tight. So I would say Dutch culture is not super good with sharing their valuable things, either money or material. They count every penny in everything. When you go to people's house for dinner, even if they invited you, they send you mostly DUTCHIES. DUTCHIES is the most famous app here to send each other money or to share a cost of a dinner or some event out. They are not like, yeah, okay, I paid this time, but you can pay next time or something. So our relationship is going on, right? I'm not just running away after this dinner or this night or something. We are friends. We will still do this kind of events. They send immediately, like when you say like, okay, see you later, next time, and then you go back and blink on your WhatsApp the DUTCHIE link to send them back the money that they spent for you. A bit weird, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's very humane, but I think I mentioned before they were robots, right? So it's good. The ninth thing that Dutch people are really bad at is service sector. If you go to a restaurant, if you try to order, it would take like half an hour just to order or something, because you are like stressfully sitting on your chair and try to make an eye contact with any waiter. Can I order? Can I have the menu at least? Please give me the chance to read the menu, please. And again, the same thing when you try to get a paycheck. You try to make this telepathical communication with the waitress just to pay for what you ate, but they are like, yeah, they are generally looking up and they are perfect at running their eyes from any customers that might ask by accident for any service or something. Also, let's say mailing service, I would give as an example. They throw the package in front of your door and they run away. I heard like knock, 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 and then I open the door and there is no one. And I look, oh, there's the package. And I'm like, hey, thanks, good afternoon. And also, for example, I go to this swimming pool regularly to swim. By the way, pool and hygiene and everything is like super good. But sometimes, like, when they give you a warning or something, maybe you do something wrong, they just shame you. You know, normally service sector would be kind a bit because I'm the customer at the end. So you might come to me and say like, hey, miss, you know, you are doing this, but you know, it's not allowed here. So maybe for the next time you might pay attention to this. Thanks a lot. Bye. It would be a normal approach. And then here, they will say like, hey miss, you did that, we don't allow it here. Okay, thanks. Okay. I'm almost afraid of them. It gives me a super pressure whenever I go to swimming because I'm afraid to do something wrong, or oh my god, this lady is watching me again while swimming. I just need to push my arm more maybe, or she will come and kick me out from the pool maybe. Seriously, these are the thoughts going through my mind because they give you this stress in their service sector. So I don't think they are good at service sector. And these were my 9 points for Dutch people that I find very bad. If you have experienced something similar to the things that I counted, please leave me a comment below. These are, of course, very subjective comments of mine, so please don't forget that I'm just doing it to have fun together. No hard feelings. So if you liked the video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And also, if you want to see more expat content from Netherlands, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye!